What up? What up? What up? What up? Welcome to the after show. Tom Cruise has a new movie coming out.
Yes, I know.
Called Digger. It's funny because we were literally just talking about this off air and we started hitting record about if you had to say who's the greatest Hollywood star of all time.
Like iconic, legendary, like in a class of their own. Because we could sit here and go back and forth and name a bunch of people who we feel like are, great actors.
Great actors is one thing.
Yep.
Which Tom Cruise is. But
yes.
I look at it like five-tool type of player. Acting skills. You can't shit on my boy's acting skills because he's done everything.
He has. Comedies.
He's done comedy.
Drama, adventure.
Drama, action,
sci-fi. Yep, he's done it all.
All that stuff. And being in the lead in blockbusters, boom, check.
Yep.
Longevity. The dude's been doing it for 40 years.
Okay.
Check.
Because, keep going.
Well, I mean, I don't know what else.
I was going to throw another name out at you who I think checks some of those boxes, but probably not all. Leo. Because you were talking about blockbusters. I'm like, Leo's up there in blockbusters.
Right. And I love Leo. I'm a Leo guy. And I would even argue that Leo's a better actor.
Leo's a fabulous actor.
Than Tom Cruise.
Because he's done it all too. Romance, comedy, adventure, drama.
When you go into the action adventure, yes, Leo's done those type of movies. I would definitely not say to the level of Tom Cruise, but you have to create another box that nobody does. And that box does his own stunts. And then we'll bring it down. And then we'll add another level. There are probably dudes out there who are like, no, I did that little scene where I jumped over the box or I did my fighting scene. Tom Cruise is doing shit where he's hanging off of planes and stuff like that. So then it's like, what type of stunt are we talking about?
Right.
So I would argue that he is the greatest. I don't want to say actor. I would say he's the biggest Hollywood star of all time.
Okay.
Biggest Hollywood star of all time. And another thing that a lot of guys have, but Tom Cruise definitely has, when you say that they're in a movie, you automatically are like, I'm going to give that movie a chance.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
What's the word I'm looking for? Maybe not validation, but he kind of gives validation to movies. Like, you hear Tom Cruise starring in a movie, automatically in your head you think it's going to be at least average.
Right.
It's not going to suck.
Right.
Which he probably has starred in some sucky movies, but that was like, it took him a little while to get to a point where, although one of his first movies, and it's funny because we were talking earlier about he released a trailer for his new movie that he has coming out. And in the trailer, it was sort of a retrospective of his whole career. And he was showing highlights of movies from his whole career.
Right. So I was thinking
he
this was going to be
one out.
I thought this was going to be a crazy action movie, but then it's like, no, comedy.
He left one out where he wasn't the star per se, but he was in it and part of an ensemble cast. He didn't put The Outsiders in there.
Oh, God, I knew you were going to say something from the
But no, if we're looking back on his early movies, Risky Business is probably the one that put him on the map, but he was also in The Outsiders, which I believe was before Risky Business. Risky Business was, tell me you saw Risky Business. You didn't, did you? I'm
going to tell you. That's the one where he slides in and he's in his underwear. I don't know if I've seen the movie or if I'm just so familiar with that scene. That's another thing, too. He's very, he has a ton of memorable moments in movies.
Okay. No, he does.
Yeah.
Like Rain Man, nothing big. But I just looked it up. Both The Outsiders and Risky Business were released in the same year, 1983.
Jesus
Interesting.
Christ, he's been doing it since 83.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure before that. What was his earliest movie? I'm going to look it up.
I'm getting into Scientology.
First movie. Let's see. And then Top Gun. Imagine going... You're doing Risky Business and The Outsiders, which were two classics, but you go from that to Top Gun, which was in 1986.
Yeah. Okay, so let's outside of Tom Cruise, you know who else is up there? I would say in that level. I'll give you two guys.
I got one. We'll see if it's the same one.
I'll say Will Smith.
Okay.
Because drama, yes. Comedy, yes.
That's
action.
not who I was thinking, but go.
But his own stunts and stuff like that is a little different than Tom Cruise, and his name automatically lends credibility to a movie. Brad Pitt. I'm trying to think of comedy with Brad Pitt.
Oh, wasn't he in that is it True Lies or True Romance? One of those. Wasn't he like the guy on the couch for one of those movies?
The guy on the couch?
Hold on.
Well, True Lies is Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Right. Hold on. True Romance. He was in True Romance.
I haven't even seen that one.
Oh, see, I saw it once. It's True Romance is a what's it called movie? Who the hell's in it? Who the hell was in that movie? This looks like what's his name?
Does it not say the name of the person?
Depp. Hold on. What the hell's this guy's name? Dennis Hopper, Val Kilmer. Oh, Christian Slater and Patricia Arquette. They were the stars. And
oh god, they got shine over Brad.
Well, because it was a small role, and he was just this guy on the couch. And from what I understand, I remember seeing it a long time ago, but I don't remember it too much. But he was supposedly I'm playing it right now. He was funny in it. So
okay, I mean he has dry humor in the movies I'm thinking about that. I got a name
that you haven't mentioned yet.
But who?
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks, yeah, but okay, what action stuff?
Oh, I was gonna say if you're gonna say ask about comedy, he's been in some hilarious comedies.
Listen, I love Tom Hanks and Leo.
What about that? What's Wilson? Wasn't that action kind of?
Castaway.
Okay, I never saw it, so I don't know.
No, that wasn't. But I was gonna say Tom Hanks, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Denzel, off the top of my head, are three dudes that the second they get on screen in the movie, I don't go, oh, there's Tom Hanks, there's Leo, there's Denzel. I go, there's whatever the character. They make you believe in the character super fast. Like, not everyone does that. Some people, it's like takes a little while for you to figure out who they are. Like, and then there's guys like Ryan Reynolds and The Rock, who it doesn't matter who they play. You're just like, oh, that's Ryan Reynolds playing a guy named Mike.
Yep.
Or Ryan, like he plays the same guy in different movies, and The Rock plays the same guy in different movies, except for that Smashing Machine movie, I guess, which actually I did see, which was actually pretty good. But Denzel, Tom Hanks, and Leo are three dudes that I'm like, yeah,
okay,
you're a gay lawyer, let's go.
But if you had to, and I think the reason why we brought this conversation up is because when Tom Cruise released that trailer with all the highlights from his career, we were talking about, wow, if you had to pick just one.
Tom Cruise.
One
Tom Cruise.
Hollywood actor.
Tom Cruise.
That kind of encapsulates.
Tom Cruise.
Everything. Yeah. Like, would you also argue he's the most recognizable actor in Hollywood? Like, if you were to drop Tom Cruise off in the middle of nowhere and say, I don't know, you think people would recognize him? I would say yes. I'd say he's probably the most recognizable too.
Sure.
Once in a generation. So I just went on ChatGPT and I was like, give me some phrases to describe who Tom Cruise is as an actor. And we got Hollywood icon, the ultimate blockbuster legend, the king of the box office, the gold standard of action cinema, the man who keeps Hollywood alive, Hollywood royalty, once in a generation superstar.
Yeah.
He's the last great movie star.
Oh, that's good. You know what? And that might be true because things are changing now, as far as movies and stuff like that and movie stars. And, you have now people who are coming in through YouTube and stuff like that who are becoming the next big directors and stuff. So this might change the game. Yeah.
Got another question for you because you're talking about the next generation. Is there somebody in this next generation of actors who you feel maybe not equate Tom Cruise's success, but, can be kind of up there with him?
Like that you see them being the next big, huge star?
Yep.
Not yet. And maybe it's just because I haven't seen enough stuff with young people, or I have, and none of them have like superly resonated to that. I know there's a lot of
Timothy Chalamet.
Well, I was going to say he's good, but like
Austin Butler.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, do you see these guys as like something where like they're on the screen and everything else kind of like blurs out because you're so into like what they're doing, and they could be. I don't know about Timothy. Who's Austin Butler? That name sounds.
He was the guy that played Elvis, and he was in Dune Part 2.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So because Timothy Chalamet, I can't see watching like a crazy action movie and believing that he's the guy.
And you know what's funny too? We haven't even mentioned women, so I want to like come out and say there are a lot of iconic women in Hollywood. You got to like, for instance, Emma Stone, I think would be one. Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, but a lot of women get screwed because they kind of get. Yeah, a lot of them get typecast, which sucks. Like,
right.
Like if you become kind of like an action type of chick, they're like, okay, we'll just keep giving you action stuff. You know, like Scarlett Johansson. She's been in stuff that isn't action stuff, but when you think of her, you automatically think of like all the big action stuff. You know, what's her name? Who I love, who's been in all the big blockbusters, but none of them has been as a human. Oh my God, I can't think of her name. Avatar.
Oh, Jennifer Lawrence.
Gamora.
Right? Oh no. Avatar. What am I thinking of?
Zoe Saldana.
Oh, yes. How can we forget her? She's been in a million amazing movies.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Although,
Okay, hold on.
I'll throw one out for people watching.
Has Jennifer Lawrence been in a hilarious comedy?
Yes. Oh my God. Hold on. Jennifer.
Because she's done drama. She's done weird shit. That weird mother movie. She's done action.
Silver Linings Playbook is the one I was thinking of, but I don't know if that's considered necessarily a full-blown comedy. Check out, if you haven't seen Center Stage, to my people out there who love 90s and 80s movies. What's her name? Zoe Saldana was in that. Great movie.
I love Zoe Saldana.
And then what was anyway, so going back to what I asked you about the up-and-coming actor who could maybe fill Tom Cruise's shoes in the future. Right now I'll go with Timothy Chalamet, even though the stunt thing isn't really there yet. He's not the adventure type of actor yet. You know, he could transition into that, but he's still young, and the fact that he's, you know, doing as much as he is now is a good sign for him. So.
And with AI and stuff, probably there'll be a lot of stunts where they're just like, that's a little too dangerous.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many people have the cachet like Tom Cruise that they're like, yeah, we could do it through CGI or through AI, but I want to do it myself. Because, again, there's something to... That's why I fell in love with Jackie Chan back in the days. Not because the movies were great. I was always like, what is he going to do for stunts?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you the plot of any of his movies, but I could tell you the stunts and you name a movie, and I was like, oh, that's the one where he did this. That's the one where he jumped on the light pole with the electricity. That's the one that he freaking jumped onto. He jumped onto a hot air balloon in midair. The one where he was on top of the bus and he jumped onto the like crazy stuff like that. But that was all different with Jackie Chan. If you've never seen any of his stuff, go check it out. It was mostly a budget type of thing where they just didn't have the American type of budget and they were kind of like financing their own stuff, and he was a sick prick. But
well, this could be debated all day, every day. So
no, it's not.
If
Tom
you're
Cruise.
Watching,
there is no debate.
Leave
Tom Cruise.
your suggestions in the comments because I'm curious what you guys think about.
If you don't agree with Tom Cruise, you're wrong. But go ahead, leave it. Who are you gonna say? Clint Eastwood? You're gonna say one of them old school dudes from back in the?
No, I would never
punch people.
You can't put him in the same class as Tom Cruise, but he was still a. Clint
he's
Eastwood.
phenomenal, but
my God,
Tom Cruise.
Remember that Play Misty for Me movie?
Tom Cruise was a 5-tool player. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe.